Hello everyone, I Jhalak Patel, Assistant Professor at LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology in the Department of Electronics and Communication, welcoming you to the session of Power Electronics. Today I am going to discuss about Unit 1 with topic MCT, MOS control thyristor and its turn on and turn off process, then discuss about the DIAC, diode for alternating current, its characteristic and various features. Then we see the comparison of different power devices. Let's start the session. First of all, as we discussed in the last lecture, the basics of MCT is full form is MOS control thyristor. It has the SCR and MOS gate structure, two transistor with gate structure like this. Here M2 and M1 can also be seen like this. Here M2 means N channel MOSFET and M1 is P channel MOSFET. Here please note the circuit symbol of the both MOSFET M1 and M2. Now to discuss about operation of MCT, we have to consider this figure. Means for turning on and turning off process, we consider this figure and then start. So for turning on, first of all we applied the negative voltage to this device. Because of the negative voltage applied to the device, the M1 will start conducting. M1 means P channel MOSFET will start conducting. Because of the M1 start conducting, here its base current is applied to Q2 transistor. Here you can see that this base current of P channel MOSFET is applied to Q2. Q2 is none other than but NPN transistor. So Q2 will start conducting, and because of this collector current of Q2, Q1 between Q1 and Q2 recombination will be occur, and because of this MCT can turn on and latching occurs. So the whole process will be like this. First of all, negative voltage is applied to P channel MOSFET, means for M2 MOSFET. Then because of this base current is applied to NPN, means Q2 will start conduction, and because of Q2 collector current, regeneration action take place between Q1 and Q2, and this will start the MCT. So this is whole turning on process of MCT. Now let's see the turning off process. Before discussing about turning off, once again we discuss about the figure of MCT. So over here again, for turning off process, in place of negative voltage we applied positive voltage across the MCT. Because of the applied positive voltage, this M2 will start conducting, because M2 is a N channel MOSFET. Because of positive voltage it start conducting, means M2 will start conducting, and M2's current is applied to Q2. Q2 is none other than but PNP transistor, which is drift away from this M2, and because of that recombination between Q1 and Q2 will stop and MCT will be turning off. So whole process will be like this. First of all, positive gate voltage is applied. Because of positive gate voltage, drain current of M2 diverts the Q1. Here M2 is what? N channel MOSFET, and Q1 is what? PNP transistor. So it will stops the conduction and regeneration between two transistor, means between Q1 and Q2. So this will turn off the MCT and latching stops. Now let's see the different features of MCT. First of all, it provides the low forward voltage drop. Because of low forward voltage drop, it affects its blocking capability. Next is about short turn on and turn off time. Its turn on time is around 4 microsecond and turn off time is 10 microsecond, means both will be in the range of microsecond, means very short duration. Because of this very short duration, it has a very fast switching time, means easily switch from one state to another state. Because of that, switching loss will be less in case of MCT. Because of this low forward voltage drop, it has a blocking capability less compared to SCR. Also, gate driving circuit is simple because as we seen in the last slide that the completely one MOSFET will drive the transistor and then transistor will takes conduction between the other transistors. So this gate driving circuit is very simple for the conduction. Also, reverse blocking capability is low because of the lower value of breakdown voltage. It also provides the voltage control because of the gate terminal. So this is the various features of MCT. Obviously, high input impedance. This high input impedance is also due to MOS gate structure of the device. This can also be asked in a 1 mark that why it offers the high input impedance. High input impedance is because of its MOS gate structure. Next is DIAC. The full form of DIAC is diode for alternating current. It is used as a triggering for TRIAC, means it is used to trigger the TRIAC. It does not has any gate terminal. You can see the structure. Its structure is almost similar to TRIAC that we discussed. So here the gate terminal is absent. This is its circuit symbol. Two terminals are there, MT1 and MT2 are there, but gate terminal is absent. Here again two diodes but no gate control. So because of this gate terminal absent, it does not has a voltage control of the device, but it offers a bidirectional operation, means operation will take place in both the direction because of the current direction. Here terminals are named as MT1 and MT2. Let's see the IV characteristic of DIAC. So DIAC can be turned on by either positive or negative half cycle of AC voltage. For this, consider this figure. Here you can see that its characteristic is almost similar to TRIAC, that it operates in first and third quadrant, that we already discussed for TRIAC, that why it operates in a first and third quadrant, because here for first quadrant the terminal 1 is greater than terminal 2, means MT1 greater than MT2, because here we mention anode 1 and anode 2. That's why here MT1 greater than MT2, then it operates in a first quadrant. If MT1 is less than MT2, then it operates in third quadrant. Okay. Now when forward voltage is less than the breakdown voltage, it generates the leakage current. In this first quadrant and third quadrant, when forward voltage is less than its breakdown value, then leakage current will start conducting, and because of this conduction, large number of electrons will drift towards the depletion region, and because of that it stops conducting, because large number of electrons moves to the depletion region. So it is called as a blocking state or off state. Now when applied voltage is equal to breakdown voltage, then device will start conducting and conduction will take place, gradually increasing and gradually decreasing type graph is shown. Here one can not control the operation of this IV characteristic for DIAC because there is no gate terminal, and because of absence of gate terminal one cannot control the forward voltage or reverse voltage across the devices. So this is the limitation of the DIAC. Various features. Its breakdown voltage is between 28 to 42 volt. Its turn on and turn off time is very small as compared to TRIAC. Because of it has a low switching losses, and it is a low power device This is one limitation of this diode, that it is a low power device. It does not have control terminal. This is also one limitation. Why it does not have a control terminal? Because gate terminal is absent in this case. These are the applications, that it can be used as a temperature control, as a speed controller, and as a lamp dimmer. Now let's see the comparison of various power devices. First of all, we see about SCR and TRIAC. Comparison between SCR and TRIAC. SCR is silicon control rectifier, TRIAC is triode for alternating current. So first difference is based on its gate current. So in case of SCR, we already discussed that it has one gate terminal which has only positive value. So SCR has only gate current positive, and TRIAC has both value of gate current positive as well as negative. Next is about VI characteristic. So in case of SCR, VI characteristic is only in one quadrant, means only first quadrant has a VI characteristic, while in case of TRIAC, we discussed that TRIAC will operate in both the quadrant, first quadrant and third quadrant. Next difference is based on its direction. So because of SCR has only one gate control and it has a current direction of positive only, it is operated in a unidirectional, means only one direction, while in case of TRIAC it is possible to conduct it in a bidirection, means it has a positive current value as well as negative current value. Next is about its triggering device. SCR can be triggered using UJT. UJT means unijunction transistor. We discuss about some topics of some details about UJT in the next lecture, that how SCR will be triggered using UJT. While TRIAC, we already discussed that TRIAC is triggered by DIAC, means diode for alternating current. About its turn on and turn off process. So SCR and TRIAC both has a very less turn on and turn off time, means about microsecond range, and because of this it faces the problem of snubber circuit. So we have to use snubber circuit for dV by dt and di by dt protection in both the SCR as well as for TRIAC. Symbol and diagram purpose, you can differentiate them, that SCR has like both the diodes with the gate terminal, and TRIAC has the two terminals MT2 and MT1. You can also draw the circuit symbol and diagram for as a difference between SCR and TRIAC. Next comparison is between DIAC and TRIAC. So DIAC is diode for alternating current, TRIAC means triode for alternating current. About number of terminals, you can differentiate them. DIAC has two terminals without gate control, so it does not has three terminals, while TRIAC also has a gate terminal, means it has total number of terminal 3. DIAC will operate as a low power device, TRIAC is a high power device. Triggering of DIAC is not possible, it cannot be triggered, while TRIAC is triggered by the DIAC. Control terminal is absent in case of DIAC, that we discussed in the construction of DIAC, that it does not has a gate control. This is the biggest limitation of DIAC, and TRIAC it has a gate control. Next comparison is power diode and SCR. In the first lecture we discussed about the power diode, so let's see the difference between that power diode and silicon control rectifier. First difference is number of terminals. So in case of power diode, it looks like a normal PN junction diode, so it has a two terminal, while in case of SCR it has three terminals, anode, cathode and gate terminal as a control terminal. Firing angle, we already discussed about the classification of power circuits. In that case we see the diagrams of power diode as a rectifier, as an inverter. So in that case the waveform will offers the alpha angle as a firing angle in case of SCR, and that will be absent in case of power diode. It also provides control. In case of SCR, control will be provided by gate terminal. In case of power diode, it is absent. Load power can be controlled again in case of SCR because of gate terminal. In case of power diode, load power cannot be controlled. You can also discuss about the symbol and structure for the difference of power diode and SCR. So these are the difference between power diode and SCR. Each difference can be asked for the 3 marks. In next session we discussed about UJT and MOSFET. If you have any query, you can ask me. Thank you for watching.